Hello, everyone. I'm Lincoln, and we are recapping, reviewing the episode we watched, Rubbery. So, when the visitors at Delbrook Station, and the Golden Railway during naval service for royalty trekking was a writer from a well-known magazine. She penned it in to feel detail her experience. One resulted in a significant urge of encouragement. The majority of the tourists had to Peel graduate, especially the financial goods and traffic for the 4 engines operating the branch. Additional engines were required to assist. But this audacity impacted their performance in other areas. So Double had organized for an engine to be dispatched for assistance and one night in record time. Since the full none, the day the new engine arrived at Kildane, Arthur was taken aback by this newcomer, particularly because he hails from Australia. This new engine was a part of an international relief team dispatched to Europe in the war to assist in reconstruction efforts. After spending several years working on in Europe, he was transferred to Britain. He's been employed ever since. The engine was not found in the spotlight, but first to focus on his work. Arthur planned to take the afternoon flight to Peel Graduate, and he had to wait for one of his colleagues' system, who was unfortunately delayed. So the engine heaved from over a hand they set together. Shoes are looking. The Peel Graduate and numbering made Dennis steps onto the tracks, holding Paul to shout at him to get off. However, Dennis persists in walking on the tracks for straight spool. Believes Dennis does not comprehend English. Then cautions Dennis about the dangers of running around the yard. Friends to the former grandfather if he repeats such behavior. Dennis meekly walks away. Only day after a new engine arrives. A maintenance Paul sounds his face is cut snake, very angry. But surprises Paul. He then introduces himself as Clifford. Arthur, who's behind him, also makes introductions. Clifford raises a bench line, trying to his other ripper. Excellent. Orion mentions he has a habit of using Australian slang and verse refrain from it. It becomes bothersome. Paul and then Woman's hurricane then needs to prepare his train. The hurricane replies he already has a stopping goods train. Ready for battle for this. Despite the train not being scheduled. Like you must depart. Arthur needs to collect a load from the steel mill, so Cuthbert offers to take the train. Since the train is heading to Cuthbert Harbour, he seizes the opportunity to explore more solar. So Paul gladly accepts Cuthbert's proposal. Sisyphus then. One evening, Geoffrey he's traveling on the post train. Not on the main line, but he's compelled to halt upon noise of pipes. It's not in the track. No, just beyond the Bellhole Tunnel. Suddenly, 4 men emerge from a nearby bush and attempt to break into one of the vans. At the moment, the guard exits the brake van and spots them. The four men rush towards them. He fires at them, causing them to flee. Upon raising the elbow, Jeffrey re-encountered the incident to Percy. Police detained him and lowered Cuthbert, but their prime concern was the guard's firearm rather than the incident itself. Jeffrey's guard had been robbed the previous month, which made him feel more secure carrying a weapon. Percy comments how fortunate it was Jeffrey could curse, knowing it would be quite easy to rob a post train. Percy expresses hope that additional security measures will be implemented for these routes. Jeffrey speculates that the thieves would have been excited about the opportunity to excuse the heist, must re-infiltrate by then. Successful attempt. Okay, so Lincoln, source. Legally, the court of the thieves engaged in discussion. The result secured a big robbery. Legally, they infiltrated a bank located in Brenham, making off with 20,000 $100 in cash and various other valuables. The police promptly secured ports, airfields, and train stations. Almost every item and individual was subjected to thorough searches by numerous compilations and delays. For some days there was no breakthrough in the case, prompting the police to extend the search for the stolen goods to unconventional locations, and beehives and other bizarre sites. What the police? What the fuck? I get cursed for then. So what Barrow Adam expresses his disbelief regarding how his cats could be discovered within a bowl of fish. Clipper finds this notion possible, and saying that regardless of Crandall's intelligence, an infernally devised escape plan, it's likely the four thieves had already fled. Clipper reflects on how Australia essentially sailed by conflicts, and he has dated with some of them during his time there. Was quite noisy eating. A sentimental Adam impertures as feeling sick. Adam says that he and the 107th platoon encountered various investigators during the war. I became accustomed to the lick. Pepper notes the widespread fame of the platoon across Africa and Europe. He then encountered 6 planes taking trains during the reconstruction. Eileen, his preferred task was demolition and concentration camps. Colin Bulwark was the 100th platoon and raided after his deconstruction. It was transformed into a native reserve. Special status towards the platoon. Leaving them as heroes. At the moment, Sheffield arrives. Commands the engines to prepare their trains best to the infiltration. Shows and Keen. A bill got at a station master attempts to persuade Workman to undertake a test, but win stolen money. Emphasizing that her mother requires her medication. The station master ahead, Jackson ahead to the west of Kildane. On the upline at the flying keepers pass at 10:20 p.m., which is 15 minutes prior to the arrival of the next train. Workman Joe consents to this arrangement. Unbeknownst to them, there is the young boy as eavesdropped on their discussion. Susan none. That evening, James departs and Keffer aboard the flying keeper. Henry voiced Samantha that Henry is taking a keeper in his place due to Wilson and Rager. Rager concerned the nickname Diggers for studying shoulders, which James stated, and he was mistaken. He's on an illusion on vacation to operate the keeper for a week, for which Henry stresses credit to the culprit. Abruptly, the two engines hear a hoot and finale. Henry explains to Samantha, and who in the hell communicates a post of a mist. At that moment, Henry's train is prepared for departure. He sets off, with Samantha cautioning him to exercise care. So looking. After Gertrude, the full engines discussed the fog. Paul was going to inform Clifford that he would not need to create a test his phone 2-4, as this press has nasal cancellation trains. Clifford is displeased by this, as he has a significant delivery to make. He kept his experience where he had to deliver winter glove into a Polish village that had meant isolate by snow. By the time he reached the village, a third of the residents has crumpled to gold. Nevertheless, Clifford insists that he must proceed with the delivery, which Paul agrees to, because not all trains have been cancelled, and the train has been cleared for departure, allowing him to leave. Shoes of 09. Once a Kildane, Joe has died and approaches a electronic signal, causing it to malfunction. And turn red. The glasses down. Unsuspectingly spots an elderly man which startles him. The man, Old Bailey, was told that his grandson had mentioned a conversation between the workman and the station master. Was his grandson in overheard? Joe instructs Old Bailey to remain silent, leading to a fist fight between the two men. At the moment, Henry was nearing the scene. He also just Old Bailey next Joe to the ground. Two police officers exit Henry's cab, proceed to kept the workman. Old Bailey recounts the incident to Henry and informs officers that he will report the crime. When his task completed, Old Bailey departs. So Lincoln. The following morning, the police have the end killing the station master and placed him in handcuffs before transporting him to prison. Julie expresses uncertainty regarding any connection to the big company. He informs all after that Old Bailey is currently under interrogation and may face charges of assault. At that moment, Samson arrives, having just returned from Barrow. And according to what Sheffield relayed to Lenny, one of the trains has gone missing. Specifically, the one Cliff put aboard the previous night. Joey realizes that Danny Cuthbert and insists on knowing the way rest of the large red engine. Meanwhile, in the old Sheffield branch, Cuthbert delivers his train when two men congratulating him, and the process is concluded. When they Mr. Cooper. Engine tells the men to call him Jenny. Close the fun then. The main engines have discovered a couple of Raymond and the incidents left them only in stillness. Johnny Cuba was an honest gangster and completed a scope of claims. He had their trains for black marketers, mobsters, mafias to sell the stolen cargo. His remarkable success, extraordinary ability, and evade capture made him a prime suspect in the criminal underworld. Until Johnny Cuba plundered soda, he disappeared without a trace. The authorities made efforts to locate him, but they were unsuccessful. This would not be the last and of sort of a sealed gangster. Susan Lincoln. Regarding to the two men, Joe stated he was assigned the task of bringing the signal or to the lightkeeper with an opportunity to escape. I had it, unless he had done an arrangement. I was closer to it, and then he said individuals who employed him. Namely, the police staff and the entire crew recovered the stolen goods. A month later, the rank members were captured. They escaped so that even in the house, were discovered intoxicating, conscious in the barn, and asked goods about. Stolen in possession and unspent cash. The full event was received likely prison sentences. Everyone acknowledges that it subsequently just destroyed the taught us that crime ultimately does not pay, although it already serves as a lesson. Thank you for watching, and good boy.